Hey, what's up guys, it's Astriel, and today we have the events banner. Should you poll for Clever Bunny Beta? This has to stop. I can't. My wallet can't. My god, those are huge. Have you seen the jiggle physics in her animation? Y'all need Jesus. I need Jesus. I just can't. Beta is a yellow support DPS in the backline. She shreds buffs and provides extra damage on your support. Her hidden technique lowers the defense of all enemies by 3% for each stack of defense buffs. What this means is that she cancels all the defense buffs and shreds it even more. It deals damage as well. Her first skill raises her crit by 15% and deals 300% damage. 15% is not a lot, especially compared to the 50% by Zeta. Just don't expect to crit as much. Her second skill lowers the attack of a single enemy by 15%. It also inflicts slow. Slow is good, but it's not that good when it's only 5 seconds. Maybe it might help in PvP, just a tiny bit. Her passive is like Lambda's but reverse. She turns your healer into a DPS. It gives the support an extra 100% attack, and if it's a yellow unit, it gives 200% damage instead. It's not as good as Lambda's 300%, but it's still extra damage. And if you awaken her to 1 star, which everyone can do by grinding the event, the skill gets double the effect. For PvE and the main story, she is okay. She shreds buffs on all your enemies, making it easier for your team to nuke the last stages. She also provides that extra damage to your support when you need that extra little damage. Overall, she can be useful against enemies with high defense. For PvE, I'll give her 8 out of 10. For PvP, she is just eh. A lot of the teams in PvP don't require a support because they get one-shotted too easily. So you're missing out on that damage buff provided by Beta. Chances are you also won't get to her hidden technique, so you're missing out on that defense shred. As for crit goes, Zeta has a much higher chance of critting. Overall, Zeta is a much better PvP unit. So for PvP, I'll give her a 6 out of 10. For Armageddon, this one is a bit tricky. The blue boss stage, which requires the yellow team, doesn't actually require a support or a tank. You can run 5 DPS with that boss because it hits like a wet noodle. You're missing out on that DPS buff if you don't have a support. And if you do have a support, then why don't you just put a DPS in instead? Her defense shred is good, but it will only last for a couple of seconds. And I don't know if those couple of seconds will be worth the slot of an actual DPS. For example, Yellow Young Beta. Her passive gives extra damage to the highest attacker on your team for the whole fight. She should definitely be on your team if you have her. I don't know how to optimize Beta for Armageddon. I might be wrong and she might actually be good. So as of now, for Armageddon, I'll give her a 5 out of 10. So, should you pull? I would wait. Beta overall is just okay. Her main assets are what's right in front of her. She turns one of your supports into a DPS, and she also shreds defense. In most of the content, defense shred isn't too much of an issue. You might only need it for a couple of bosses on a few stages. But overall, you can clear most of the content without having some sort of defense reduction. It's nice that she gives extra damage to your support, but your support isn't the one dishing out damage, that's your DPS. The support's job is to provide survivability for your team. It's better to just work on your DPS than pull for Beta. Also, like every event, her kit might synergize well with the second event character, so you might want to wait until Alexia comes out. But even then, you might have to pull for both units. So it's either you pull for both or you don't pull. So as of now, I would say just wait. Beta is good, but she's not game breaking, and you really want to pull for those broken units. So for the free to play, save your gems. For the whales out there, let's keep the ocean going. And for the rascals out there, keep dreaming. I can't with Beta right now. I got shafted so hard on the Shadow Epsilon banner. I did 140 pulls and I still didn't get her. So right now, I don't even have enough gems to do one multi on Beta. So as much as I enjoy my bunny girl waifus, I will not be polling for beta. But hey, if you did, let me know how it went. Thanks for watching. Love ya.
カジノの任務もこのベータにお任せあれ。